friends, can't even see my full face, you might notice the camera angle is funny. That's because we're going to be doing a tour of my entire physical TBR. That is this bookshelf. And I am nervous and slightly embarrassed by probably how high this number is going to be. I will say all of my books are bought secondhand / online thrifted, and most of them were like, I saw they were classics at the thrift store for $1, and in the heat of the moment I was like, okay, I need to get them because they're $1, you know. So I don't feel as bad because they are thrifted, as well as I love having like my own little library because I live in an extremely small town, and our library has a very small catalog of books. Like, even if you were to order the books in from a different library in the surrounding area, the overall catalog is extremely small and does not have a lot of the books that I am looking forward to reading. So I love having my own little personal library that I can go pick a book from. I know a lot of people don't like having large physical TBRs, but I personally love it. It works for me because the majority of these books I can't get anywhere else, as well as I got them for $1, and you can't beat $1. So let's get into it and embarrass myself. I have a cup of tea if you want to drink some tea while you watch me slowly crumble over the overwhelming amount this will probably be. So let's get into it. Okay, so at the very, very top, we have these 3 books that are too tall. They won't fit on the shelves. This is a reference book for sewing. I have not read the Superman comics, but I have read Rip Van Winkle. It just wouldn't fit. So yeah, Superman not read, but I am excited for it. A little nervous, I would say, because I feel like the comics are kind of confusing with how many there are, but it doesn't matter. Moving down, this is my nonfiction / everything that's not fiction shelf. So we have the Book of Runes, which is all about Viking runes, which is a really cool book. The history of the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. I need to read these. This is all my 26 books for 2026. And I am excited to read these, just intimidated. Then we have The Wheel of Things, which is a biography of Ellen Montgomery, the author of Anne of Green Gables. The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. The Journals of Christopher Columbus, The 12 Caesars by Suetonius, A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf, Greek Plays in Modern Translation, Antony and Cleopatra by Shakespeare, and then a collection of Shakespeare's plays. And then this is my poetry area, so we have The Rime of the Ancient Mariner and Other Poems, John Keats lyric poems, Ariel by Sylvia Plath, and then this vintage Thoughts Concerning the King from 1897, I think. And then we go down a shelf, and this is where all the fiction lives. So starting off, we have A Rose in Bloom by Louise May Alcott, which is sort of a sequel to 8 Cousins by her. Then we have 2 very beat up older copies of the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. I have read the majority in here. There are only a couple I have not read. Then we have my big giant Jane Austen collection. I have only yet to read Mansfield Park and Persuasion in here. All the rest I have read and really loved. I love Jane Austen. Then we have Bullfinch's Mythology, The Age of Fable. I'm sort of saving all of my mythology books to read in one go. I feel like that is a little ambitious, but also the best way to do it. Then we have Evelina by Fanny Burney, The Canterbury Tales by Chaucer, Pinocchio by Carl Collodi, The Last of the Mohicans by James Fenimore Cooper. I tried reading this and I wasn't loving the writing, so we'll see if I keep this one. I guess I'm going to give it another go, but if I still can't get into the writing, I'm just going to get rid of it. The Lamplighter by Maria Cummins, Charles Dickens' Great Expectations, and A Tale of Two Cities. This one is so cute. It's like a little pocket edition. But then we have The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I did get a better edition, so now I can actually read it. And then moving down, we have 2 collections of the Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I'm halfway through the first one. I just needed to take a break because, I don't know, when you read so many short stories in a row, I don't enjoy that experience. But then we have All the Lost Places by Amanda Dykes. Loved Set the Stars Alight by her, so I can't wait to see what her other works entail. Middlemarch by George Eliot. I have read Silas Marner by her, so I think this one will also be good. Roger Landsland Green's The Myths of the Norsemen, something I'm very excited for. Mythology by Edith Hamilton. This one is a little beat up, but this is going to be a really good read. The Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer. Very excited for these. Need to read these. Tanglewood Tales by Nathaniel Hawthorne. This is like all mythology right here. The Call of the Wild by Jack London. This is a really pretty, I think it's an Easton Press edition. It's really beautiful. Then we have Harper Lee's Go Set a Watchman and To Kill a Mockingbird. Okay, one more shelf down. We're kind of getting down to the floor, so the filming might get funky. I always call it the Silent Trilogy. It's the Cosmic Trilogy by C.S. Lewis. So excited for this one. I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but I love C.S. Lewis, so I'm really hoping to love it. Then we have Herman Melville's Moby Dick. I had a beautiful copy of this book. I'll put a picture up on screen. And I had never read a classic before, and I was like, I'll just read Moby Dick. Well, that is not a good idea. Moby Dick is not a starter classic, and I tried reading it, and I couldn't get into it, and I was so confused. I was like, I'm just going to get rid of it. So I sold my beautiful copy of it, and I'm still mad at myself for that. And now I just have this one that's a little chewed on at the top, but it's okay. Then we have Modern English Drama, the Harvard Classics. You will notice that the majority of my Harvard Classics are gone because I went and cataloged all of my blue Harvard Classics and I had duplicates. The only reason this one is here is this volume, number 18, in the blue classics. The spine is pretty fragile, and I was like, oh, I already have a different copy with the same stuff inside. I'll just keep this one and read this one so that I don't damage the spine further. But yeah. Then we have A Tangled Web by Ellen Montgomery. Cannot wait for this one. Fairy Tales from Baltic Shores by, I think it's John Mutt. I think that's his first name. But I love fairy tales. This was such a score. And I cannot. This is going to be such a good one. It has such beautiful illustrations. These two, I'm not the most concerned if I get them wrong or get them read because they are in German. So it's going to take me years to read these books. But we have Rebecca and The House on the Strand by Daphne du Maurier. And wait till you see this cover of Rebecca. Is it not so beautiful? It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's stunning. And yeah, it's going to take me a while to read those because I don't know German. So we'll see how that goes. I am excited to give it a go though. Then we have, I'm currently reading the book that was here. Then we have 1984 by George Orwell, which I hate this cover so much. I don't understand the people at Signet Classics. Sometimes the covers are really beautiful. Other times they're this. And this is like a special edition, I suppose. It's really ugly. Then we have the last book in the Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini that I have to read, which is Inheritance. But apparently there's a fifth book called about Murtagh, but so far I'm not interested enough in his character to read it, so this might be the last one for me, but I am excited to finish out the original series. Okay, we are down in the boonies. The floor is right here, this blue carpet, but I will do my best. So we have The Makings of a Hero by Elizabeth Prentice, one of the beautiful lamplighters that I got. The Mayor of Casterbridge and Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy. Excited for both. I think I'm more excited for this one, though. We'll see. Letters to a Young Poet by, Rainier Maria Reich? Is that, I don't know, is that his name? Let me look. This cover isn't the cutest either, but it's okay. We have Letters to a Young Poet by Rainier Maria Rilke. I don't know what is happening that I cannot say that last part. Reich? The L is throwing me off. I don't know what's wrong. I'm sorry. Then we have Scandinavian Folk and Fairy Tales. Also very excited. I love the illustration on the back. This little troll guy. He's great. Then we have Beowulf the Warrior, translated by Ian Serralier. We have two Spanish books. We have the Book of Spanish Poetry and Classical Spanish Literature. I read Spanish decently well, so I am excited to give it a go, see how my reading skills have kept up because it's been a little while since I've done it. Then we have, I'm not gonna lie, I got this Harvard classic because it was like the first time I ever went to an actual bookstore and I wanted to get something, and I had just read Pride and Prejudice, so I was still on that high of having read a classic for the first time, and I saw that it had Jane Austen's name, and I was like, oh, I'll just get this one. I really didn't need to get it. This was a while ago, but I have read the Jane Austen that's in here as Pride and Prejudice. I have not yet read The Sentimental Journey Through France and Italy by Lawrence Stern, which I need to get to because otherwise I just need to get rid of this because I've had it forever. Okay, then we have Dracula. So this is what I'm talking about. That's a cute cover. 1984, however, ugly. I am actually halfway through this and I really need to finish it because the story was kind of going crazy, so I'm very interested to see how we resolve it. Then we have the great short works of Leo Tolstoy. Oops, there it is. This one is rather beat up. The spine is quite curved, but that's okay. And I don't know if I'm gonna like him. I hope I do, but we'll see. Then we have all my Mark Twains. We have Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer, and then the celebrated Jumping Frogs and other shorter stories. I need to get to Mark Twain. I need to give him a chance, or I need to just be done with him. And then this is the stack of shame. These are books that don't fit, mainly because this one is very, very large because it is a Jules Verne collection, so it's quite chunky and tall. It would fit on the shelf, but it is quite chunky. This has Around the World in 80 Days, Journey to the Center of the Earth, and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It is quite a really cool collection. Like, look at this. Oh, how pretty. It's got such cool illustrations. I briefly read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but I need to reread it. And I don't feel like, I didn't really finish it. It was for school. And they had you on this schedule where you had to read 100 pages per day. And and online too. I didn't have a physical copy. So I was not able to keep up with that. But I feel like I need to reread it. Then continuing the stack of shame. Oh, they're all upside down. We have Edith Wharton's Glimpses of the Moon. So freaking excited for this one. This cover, I fell in love with it. I was like, I don't even care what the story is. I need this cover. That's really awful for me to say. Not really. I don't care. Then we have the Aeneid of Virgil, another mythology that I'm very excited for, and it's translated by Alan Mandelbaum, and he's actually won an award, I believe, for verse translation, which, yeah, this is a epic poem about a man caught between duty and love, I believe. Caught between, love and duty. And it's during the fall of Rome. No, he's fleeing the ashes of Troy to get to Rome. Okay, get my story straight there. And then the last, well, no, not the last, never mind. It keeps going. We have Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. I think this cover is really cute. Okay, then we have some random unread books scattered a little bit. So, up here we have, these are my junior classics, and I have not read these volumes. Ugh. What is wrong with me? I don't know. Okay, then we have some unread Tolkien. I am saving these because I'm going to reread all my Tolkien at once, because I feel like that would be the thrill of a lifetime. But these are all the histories of Middle-earth. I need to read them. I also have some Tolkien back here, hiding, that some of them are unread. But I am going to do a great Tolkien reread, so that will be at a later date. Okay, and then we have my Harvard Classics. Now, this might be cheating, but I don't really care. I am not going to count these towards my unread books because this is a lifetime goal to read all these. There are some very complex, abstract works of literature in here that I'm scared of. Okay, I am scared of these books. And that's why they live in the closet, because then I don't have to be scared because they're contained in the closet. So this is a lifelong goal to read them. I'm not really going to count them for no really, I don't know why, but also is 41 missing? The numbers are kind of hard to read. No, 41's fine. Okay. But yeah, I'm not counting these because, like I said, this is a lifetime goal to read these, and I'm also scared of most of them, so let's just leave them alone. Alright, I have checked the numbers. I have checked them twice. Are you ready for the amount? It's 95. That is silly. But also I am quite happy with that because I am so excited to read every single one of these books, and now I get to have them, and I get to go, what do I want to read today? Let's consult the library shelf. But yes, that is my entire physical TBR. A little overkill, a little bit, but like I said, they're all secondhand, so I don't feel as bad, as well as I'm excited for all of them. But thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a bit since I posted. I think it's been like 10 days, so sorry about that. But if you have any content you would like to see, definitely let me know. And I hope you guys all had an amazing New Year. I feel like, was the last video posted before or after New Year? I do not remember. But I hope you guys all have a nice Valentine's season. I personally love Valentine's because my birthday is the day after. That's a little self-absorbed, I fear, now that I'm saying it out loud. But that is the reason that I love Valentine's. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Goodbye.